Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel, Story and Podcast House. I'm so happy to see you here today. In this video, we are going to learn English with another beautiful and meaningful story. Today's story is about hope, kindness, and how one small choice can change the path of your whole life. So sit back, relax, and let's begin this inspiring journey together. This is the story of a boy named Ethan, who grew up in a small fishing village by the sea. His father was a fisherman, and his mother sold fish in the market. Life was simple but hard. Every morning, Ethan's father would sail out before sunrise, facing the cold wind and rough waves. Ethan often stood by the shore, watching the tiny boat disappear into the mist, praying for his father's safe return. Ethan was a quiet boy, curious about everything. While others played on the beach, he loved collecting seashells, watching seagulls, and reading old books he borrowed from the village teacher, Mr. Thomas. More than anything, he dreamed of becoming a writer one day, to tell stories about his village, the sea, and the people he loved. But in his town, nobody believed that writing could be a real job. Dreams don't fill your stomach, his uncle once told him. Better learn fishing like your father. Still, Ethan wrote secretly at night, using a small notebook he hid under his pillow. One stormy evening, his father's boat didn't return. The sea was wild and the waves crashed against the rocks. Ethan waited all night by the shore, but there was no sign of him. The next morning, some fishermen brought back the broken pieces of the boat. His father was gone. The family was devastated. Ethan's mother tried to stay strong, but the burden was heavy. Ethan quit school and started working at the dock, helping other fishermen for a few coins. Every day he smelled the salt in the air, felt the sting of the wind, and dreamed about a life beyond the horizon. But he never gave up writing. He still wrote about his father, the sea, and the lessons he had learned about courage and loss. One day, while working at the dock, Ethan met an old traveler named Mr. Carter. He was kind, with gray hair and eyes that seemed to know many stories. "You look like a thinker," Mr. Carter said as he watched Ethan write on a torn piece of paper. Ethan smiled shyly. "I'm just writing for myself. Nothing important." The old man took the paper and read a few lines. His eyes widened. "These words are powerful," he said. "You have a gift, my boy. Never stop using it." Ethan was surprised. No one had ever said that to him before. Mr. Carter stayed in the village for a week, and every evening he would sit with Ethan and tell him stories about the world. Big cities, mountains, deserts, and people from different lands. For the first time, Ethan saw that the world was larger than his small village. Before leaving, Mr. Carter handed him a small brown notebook. "Write your dreams here," he said. "One day they'll take you farther than the sea ever could." Years passed, and Ethan continued to write. He grew into a young man and worked hard every day, saving small amounts of money. Whenever he had free time, he filled the notebook with stories about fishermen, mothers, storms, and the magic of hope. One night, while helping at the harbor, he saw a group of travelers from the city. They were looking for someone who could guide them through the coastal caves for research. Ethan volunteered. During the trip, one of the travelers, a journalist named Anna, noticed Ethan's notebook. "You write?" she asked. Ethan nodded shyly. "Just stories. Nothing special," she smiled. "May I read one?" He hesitated, but then handed her the notebook. When she finished, she looked at him with amazement. "Ethan, these are beautiful. Have you ever thought of publishing them?" "Me? No," he said. "I don't even know how." Anna smiled. "I can help you." After that day, Anna stayed in touch with Ethan. She helped him send his stories to a small magazine in the city. A few months later, something incredible happened. One of his stories got published. The title was The Fisherman's Son. It told the tale of a boy who lost his father to the sea, but found his strength through words. People loved it. The story spread across the country, touching hearts everywhere. Ethan received letters from readers who said his story made them cry, smile, and believe in hope again. He could hardly believe it. A boy from a tiny fishing village, and now a writer whose words reached thousands. When he finally received his first payment from the magazine, he didn't spend it on himself. Instead, he bought new fishing nets for the villagers, repaired boats, and started free writing classes for children. He said, "If my words can help me, Maybe they can help others too. Years later, Ethan became a well-known author. He traveled to cities, gave talks, and inspired people to follow their dreams. But every year he returned to his village to sit by the same shore where his father once sailed. There he would open his old brown notebook, now filled with years of stories, and whisper, "I did it. Dad, I followed the waves, not with a boat, but with my heart." So my friends, what can we learn from Ethan's story? Life can be hard and dreams can seem far away, but no dream is too big if your heart believes in it. Sometimes pain and loss become the wind that pushes your sails forward. Never stop believing in your gift, no matter how small it feels, because one day, that small gift can light up the world. Thank you so much for listening to this story. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Story and Podcast House for more inspiring English stories. Keep believing, keep learning, and keep writing your own story, because your story matters more than you think. See you in the next one, my friends.